What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and today is a topic that I'm gonna touch on that a lot of people been asking me to do. A lot of people be asking me to speak on people from different sides because I guess I done locked in on the south side of Chicago. But it ain't my fault because I can't tell you what the bullshit happening at. But, a lot of people wanted me to speak on like the west side. And I'm not going to lie. If you don't really pay attention, you wouldn't notice that the west side is deadly as hell. They killing motherfuckers out there. It used to just be the south side. But man, it seemed like the west side kind of got jealous and said, we gonna beat you, big brother. And I think that's kind of crazy. But today we're going to touch on a guy that a lot of people been asking me. It's kind of fresh. He actually lost his life in 2019. It's a guy by the name of Pluto2x. I'm not sure if you ever heard of him, but he was a rapper and he was kind of climbing up. But he was more on some street shit. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't really know a lot about him until he was brought to my attention a little while ago. I've been studying a lot of this. I actually had a chance to listen to the police scanner on this case right here. I also looked at the police reports. I talked to a lot of people that's close to this guy too. I looked at newspaper clippings from the Chicago Tribunes, the Chicago Sun-Times, the CBS Local. I listened to a lot of things. I even seen things that he posted on the internet because he really loves social media. So we're going to take Pluto2x to the board and kind of explain to you exactly who he is, what happened to him, and kind of give you my conclusion. First thing that I noticed is he represented a clique that was called Ghost Mob. I'm not sure if you ever heard of that, but if you from the west side, I'm pretty sure you did because they involved in a lot of bullshit, to be honest with you. I think that's like a Vice Lord set. But in Chicago, blocks, neighborhoods, group of guys develop their own cliques and put a name to it. So everybody ain't got to be a vice lord, but that's mainly what it really is. But I noticed that was the set that he claimed. Another thing that I noticed about this guy instantly was he was a rapper and he was on the internet. He had a lot of net beefs. I noticed that to the point where I seen him doing things on the internet that kind of threw me off, like going to grave sites, posting people grave sites, and very disrespectful. They was really smoking ops and shit like that. You feel me? That type of shit, very disrespectful. So I noticed that he kind of was a little disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. He was a little disrespectful. And I noticed he had a reputation because once he died, a lot of people came out and said this guy was a shooter. They said he was a real shooter. And then it's things on the internet about this guy. Like, the internet do all kind of crazy shit. Listen to me. It's things on the internet about how many bodies this dude got. I just couldn't believe it. I can't verify anything like that. I wouldn't even bring that to the board, but it is videos about this shit. And you got to be careful what you believe because remember, the internet loves to bring perception to the internet world and have you think that it's reality when really it's not. But I noticed there was a lot of videos about how many bodies he had. So there was a lot of videos about him, and a lot of people, and I didn't even heard some of the ops say he was a shooter. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really had about this guy, but I noticed instantly that all this shit on this board led me to believe that he could have been a target, okay? He could have been a target, because I was told that the ops hated him. You hear what I'm saying? I was told that the ops didn't like this dude. Now, like I say, I don't want to portray him as a bad guy because he probably is a good guy. He probably just one of those dudes who people love putting his bed on the internet. This might be a good dude, but nobody wants to upload that footage. But I was told that this nigga here, he wasn't one of those good dudes. He was one of those niggas that'd get on your ass and he was proud of it. To be honest, I even seen him post some shit on his social media that said something like, he only calmed down because he was tired of people coming to the courtrooms pointing them out saying he stood over them and shit. I say, damn, this dude is really tough. He was very, very aggressive too. That's another thing I noticed. He was very, very aggressive, okay? The police is claiming, though, that I believe September 28, 2019. So this is fresh, this ain't really set in a long time. They're claiming that Pluto2x was in a car with a female. Okay? Saying that somebody, while they was in the car, they stopped at a red light. You know, the light turned red. They stopped at the red light. The police claiming that another car pulled up on the side of theirs, and the dude hopped out of the car and black, 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 blicked the car down while they at the red light. His friend was shot. She survived. Pluto was killed. He was killed. She was able to drive to the hospital. Unfortunately, he lost his life. She survived. Crazy situation that really threw me off. I noticed that he was in a war with a group of vice lords, blood gang. Okay, he was in the internet war with these guys here, blood gang. They really didn't like him. He was also in the internet war with other vice lord sets too. You know, it's kind of like a vice lord war thing. So when I say that, that's just not to say that these guys had something to do with his death, or to say that they had something to do with his death. It's just to say that he was in a war with these people. This shit is a fact. This is all on the internet. We see these guys dissing his death. They posting him up while he dead, saying this he tough and he ain't tough now. We see this shit. This is proven fact. This is not telling. This is proven fact. In my opinion, if you ask me, okay, if you ask me, Pluto, I believe, was targeted. Oh, running out. Gotta get some more markers. If you ask me, Pluto was targeted. I believe he had money on his head. Okay? I believe he had money on his head. From all the talking and all the information that I was told about how this guy was a real driller, how he was a real killer, a real shooter.